Hi Saxons, this is Ms. Masters, your North High librarian, and this is First Chapter Friday. April is National Poetry Month, so your second semester reading challenge for April is to read a novel in verse. That is, a novel that's written in poems. If you write a helpful review of the book you read on Instagram or on Alexandria, our online catalog, you'll be entered into our monthly raffle for an Amazon gift card. The book I'm going to start for First Chapter Friday today is a novel in verse called Solo by Kwame Alexander. I'm about halfway through the audio version of the book right now, and I really recommend listening to it versus reading it. For one thing, it's read by the author, and it's always cool to know how the author wanted their book to sound. But the book is about a musician and has some of his song lyrics in it. Those songs are actually played and sung as part of the audiobook, which is way better than just reading the lyrics on the page. Let me read the inside flap for you so you know what we're getting into. Blade never asked for a life of the rich and famous. In fact, he'd give anything not to be the son of Rutherford Morrison, a washed-up rock star and drug addict with delusions of a comeback. Or to no longer be part of a family known most for lost potential, failure, and tragedy. The one true light is his girlfriend, Chapel, but her parents have forbidden their relationship, assuming, like many, that Blade will become just like his father. In reality, the only thing Blade has in common with Rutherford is the music that lives inside them. But not even the songs that flow through Blade's soul are enough when he's faced with two unimaginable realities: the threat of losing Chapel forever, and the revelation of a long-held family secret, one that leaves him questioning everything he thought was true. All that remains is a letter and a ticket to Ghana, both of which could bring Blade the freedom and love he's been searching for, or leave him feeling even more adrift. Solo by Kwame Alexander. Part 1. Hollywood. There's this dream I've been having about my mother that scares the holy night out of me. And each time I wake from it, I'm afraid to open my eyes and face the world that awaits, the fractured world that used to make sense, but now seems disjointed, islands of possibility that float by like 1,000 puzzle pieces that just don't fit together anymore. So I think of Chapel and grab hold of the only other thing that matters: my guitar. Strings. Mom used to play this game on the tour bus to help us get to sleep. Who's the best? We'd go through every instrument: piano, drums, horns. Our favorite was guitar. My sister, Storm, always said Eddie Van Halen was her favorite, probably because he once made her pancakes at 4 a.m. in a Marriott kitchen. Ask Rutherford and he'd say, "I'm the best in the world. I'm out of this world. Electric soul brother, interstellar man." Which is ironic because he was trying to quote Lenny Kravitz, who Mom would say was in her top 3 along with Jimi Hendrix and me, just to piss him off. Chapel is the great song in my life, the sweet arpeggio in my solo. Her lines bring color and verve to my otherwise crazy life. Without her, I'd be a one-man band, with a played-out sound and no audience. The magic we compose is endless, immortal. We could play together for centuries, if I'm lucky. And I love the music our bodies make when we're dancing. But there is one thing about my girlfriend I don't understand. She says she doesn't believe in sex before marriage, but she never wants to get married. When I ask her, "Where is this all going then?" she likes to get real close, eyelash close, and say things like, "Let's live in the moment, babe," or "We don't need labels." And then she kisses me like we own the world and nothing else matters. It's funny how going nowhere feels like it's going someplace. Fast. Texts from Chapel. 7:37 p.m. On your way, stop by Best Buy, please. Headphones broke. Red or purple, okay? 7:47 p.m. They finally left. I hate hiding. Wish my dad wasn't so cray. 7:48 p.m. Thinks all the things the tabloids say about your family, 7:48 p.m., are true. He doesn't know you're different, Blade. He says, 7:48 p.m. You're going to drag me into sex and drugs. 7:49 p.m. Hurry up and get here. They're at Bible study till 10. Leaving in 10 minutes. Sorry. Working on a song. Beats or bows. And tell the Reverend I only did drugs once. The show. My father, Rutherford Morrison, can't stand to be away from the stage. He has always craved the spotlight, needs it like a drug. Posing, posturing, profiling before millions. An electric prophet, or so he thinks. Capturing concert worshippers in the vapors of his breath as if his voice was preparing them for rapture. My sister and I have always lived under the stage, beside it, behind it. The after party. There was always another party. More loud music, more loud groupies, booze, and still more groupies. I was 9. He grabbed me and held a sizzling cig in front of my face. Only it wasn't a cig. He blew smoke circles around me and laughed. My boy. The band uncles got in on the joke too, and I stuck my tongue in a shot glass full of whiskey, soaked it up like a dirty sponge. I loved making them laugh. The whiskey hurt my throat and stung my eyes, but the laughs were epic. Before I knew it, I was taking my finger and dragging it across powdered sugar that looked like ant snow trails on the table. Rutherford was too busy kissing his ego to notice. I tasted it once, twice, and a few more times, trying to find that sugar sweet. But it wasn't sweet. It was salty, bitter, and it coated my mouth in numbness. I woke up in the ICU, frightened and embarrassed by my father, who sat by my bedside, crying, in handcuffs. Hollywood Report. Rutherford Morrison has kept rock alive for 25 years. His band, The Great Whatever, is credited with introducing a new flavor of hard rock to America with the release of their triple platinum album, The History of Headaches. Even after an acrimonious band breakup, Morrison continued to have an illustrious solo career, selling 30 million albums worldwide. His music has lasted the test of time until now. 8 years ago, he was arrested for reckless endangerment of his child, and he hasn't released an album since. Most recently, he's managed 3 DUIs and a drug overdose that almost sent him to a rock star reunion with Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse. Rutherford may not have much time left before he falls flat on 12. Midnight can be so cruel. Who doesn't feel sorry for his kids, left answering the hard questions like, how does it feel to be the daughter, to be the son of a fallen rock star? Who am I? I am the wretched son of a poor rich man. I do not hate my life. I am not like Sebastian Carter, who found his father kissing his girlfriend and now hates his life. My life is, inconvenient? But if it weren't for chapel... Are you sure they aren't coming home? Chapel and I are about to take flight, 2 souls on fire burning through sacred mounds of fresh desire. Our lips are in the process of becoming one in her hammock, like 2 blue jays nesting, feeding each other kisses of wonder. I'm sure, she answers, hands of curiosity. What are you doing? Kissing you. Slow down, Blade. Why? Woo me. Woo you? A song. Come on, babe, we don't have time for that. But we have time for this, she says, puckering her lips and hypnotizing me with eyes blue as the deep blue sea. Those eyes will be the death of me. My gravestone will read, "Here lies a young man who died inside the gaze of a woman." I watch the river in her eyes gallop forth, fall into them, dive into them. She smiles. Those eyes, I can't escape the depth of them. The song has ended, but the melody still rings from her mouth. I can't hear a word. I'm lost in these 2 comets that move across my universe. I remember the first time she looked at me like this. 2 years ago, before he hit an all-time low, Rutherford threw one of his Hollywood rocker house parties, which became Storm's pool party. /Sweet 16 / get all the kids at our school drunk so they could listen to Storm's mixtape and think it is hot party. While they dove deep in shallowness, I found a quiet corner. A vintage Rutherford Morrison guitar, took it off the wall and started playing American Woman, and any tune with a hard groove, to soften the dull. Minutes or an hour went by before I looked up, and there she was, sitting in the chair across from me, her legs with dancer calves entwined like twin yellow flowers, her skin amber sun, and those pretty blue eyes just watching me, like she cared. "Amazing. Keep playing," she said. "Don't let me interrupt you." And then she got up, sauntered off, glancing over her shoulder, leaving me thunderstruck. Those eyes. Those blue eyes. Later, I bumped into Storm in the kitchen making grapefruit and vodka smoothies for her already drunk friends, and she introduced me to the new girl in school. Those eyes. "My name's Chapel, but you can call me American Woman," she said, winking at me. "Your brother's a musical genius," she continued, at which Storm laughed. "He's a legend in his own mind." Chapel winked at me again, and just as I was about to turn and leave, she reached in my pocket, grabbed my phone, and took a selfie, then texted herself the photo. That was the moment I knew, and I stayed up all night writing a song about it. Trance. "Well, huh? Where'd you go?" "Just thinking." "About what?" "I don't know. Everything. Graduation. Family. I'm just worried." "Family sucks." "So true." "Is he coming to graduation?" "Yep. He says he's been clean for 9 days." "That's great." "Yep." "Tomorrow, this time, you'll be a college freshman." "Actually, I'll be in between. No longer high school, not yet college." "No longer? Not yet." "At least we'll be together every day then." "You'll always have me whenever you want." "That's why I love you." "Okay then, sing my favorite song, please." "Chapel, I really don't feel like—" "Blade, are you my heart?" Yeah." "Then sing to me." Van would have. Let's not talk about your untalented, nefarious, whack ex-lover. Chambers. If I am your heart, imagine me inside, beating, pumping, loving. Relentless. Don't haiku me, Blade. I want an epic. I don't have my guitar. You always have your guitar. It's in the car, but I'll get it. She interrupts, jumping off the hammock so fast, I tumble and eat dirt. The next entry is lyrics to one of those songs that I was talking about, and since I neither play guitar nor sing, I'm going to stop there. If you enjoyed this taste of solo, you can order it for pickup using the form on the library's website. You can also borrow the electronic and audio versions through the Sora app or at soraapp.com. Make it a great weekend or not, Saxons. The choice is yours.